When thinking about personal development, ever ask yourself the question, okay, but where do I start? What's the first step? This is the question I will be answering today. So personal development is very complex, which is why I always say when people ask me, there's no first step. Any first step is the right step, because you don't need to visualize it as a road, but more like a sphere. Anywhere you take the first step is going to be fine. Why? Because we don't know what your 0, -1, -2 step is, if there is. Maybe you take step number 10 and realize, no, there's more steps that I need to take first, but this is why we just have to start. So how do we start? Is it a book? Is it therapy? Is it any other healing technique? Is it videos? Is it a specific teacher? Doesn't matter. What matters is that you observe yourself when you're using a tool. Is this working for me? Do I find this informative? Does it speak to me? Do I resonate with my teacher and the technique? And it doesn't matter whether it's approved by others. Is it a real thing? Is it placebo? Whatever. Doesn't matter. You are your own therapist. So you need to see, while using this tool, am I hurting anyone else? No. Is this working for me? Yes. Then it's the right tool. Obviously, as we start personal development, we'll be facing different challenges, and sometimes the same tool is not working every single time. So what we need to do is to build the toolkit with books, with therapy, with massage, with running, with whatever works for us. And then eventually, over time, as we learn the tools in different scenarios, we will notice what works best, what's more effective in a specific situation. And if I don't have the right tool because it's so new, it's so challenging that none of these work, then I need to step outside of my comfort zone to find new information, new stimulation, new impulses, and then take the information that I can utilize from there and build it in my toolkit. So what does that mean? For example, try something that you never thought about before, or you opposed it before, or you just don't believe that this thing is real. Why? Because it will stimulate you in different ways, and maybe you come to the conclusion that no, that doesn't work for you, but at least you tried something different. There's no right or wrong way to do it, as long as you're open to new information. So let's use this picture of a mountain. What happens when a mountain climber starts a climb? It doesn't happen like the climber gets to the peak and says, well, that's done, I'm never climbing again. No, the climber is there for the joy, for the experience, the learning, the challenge. That's exactly the same as for self-development. So we just need to start the climb without worrying what's going to happen on the way, because the creative thinking and the problem solving is going to take care of it. But one thing is going to happen. Once we start climbing, we realize that we are capable. We will have new questions that we are thirsty to find answers to, and this will be the internal motivation to keep us going, because once we overcome a few challenges, we really start to appreciate how much we've done with just a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and how much is possible. That if I was able to start climbing and face a challenge already, what am I capable of? Sky's the limit. Right? And as soon as we arrive to the top of that particular peak, let's say conflict resolution, relationship problems, or whatever it is, just any topic works. But once you're on top and you look around the horizon, you realize there are mountains everywhere. This is why it's important that we learn to enjoy the journey, and we see this as an adventure, something fun, something that inspires us, stimulates us, gives us more information, keeps us going, because it's never done. It's a lifelong journey. So we should not approach it as I have to put out wildfire. If I do personal development, I have to adopt it as a lifestyle, because there will always be new. I'm not the same person I was yesterday, not the same person I was 5 years ago. So I constantly update this software, right? So if I enjoy the journey, then I don't see it as an impossible climb, something really scary, but something fun. Because yes, there will be scary times, but being scared and being excited are pretty much the same emotion, just different end of the scale. But the intensity is the same. And it's all here. If I choose the perspective that this is an exciting journey, then it will help me to fuel the fire to keep going. Now, if I find myself in a situation where I don't have the right tool, at least with my climb, I gained the confidence, the self-confidence, knowing that I will find a solution. I no longer doubt my abilities, and this is what the climb gives me. I don't know how long it will take me to get up there. Maybe I get lost, maybe I take a step back, but one thing will change: my faith within me, that I'm capable and I want to do this and I have the thirst for climbing. So to summarize, every climber or every creative profession is there for the journey, and we should approach self-development the same way. It's just a fun journey. So what don't forget: comment, share, subscribe, like. I think those are the things. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you. Super. Cut.
Cut.